Con, we back, Satan, man, we were, in the spirit, man, and the batteries went out, so, that's all a distraction. But, it's not going to stop the truth. Like I was saying, you Jakes have that Stockholm syndrome that you think you're free, Just because Esau don't have you up against the tree, beating the flesh off your back, that does not mean you're not in captivity.
Right.
That does not mean he's not raping you. Yes, we're going to use that word rape because the word rape means seize. Mm-hmm. So if he grab you up and cuff you up, he's raping you. Just because he's not doing you like 1800s, man. He has a system in place, man. Yeah. You're not going to get ahead in this system. If you think for once that just because they give you a record deal or give you some kind of deal where you have a few $1 million, when I say a few million, that's like 100 million. Man, they can take that in a minute, man. That's not gonna stop nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, Con, I got the definition for Stockholm Syndrome. Mm-hmm. It says, feelings of trust or affection felt in certain cases of kidnapping or hostage by taking a victim toward a captor.
So if you kidnap a female, right?
Captor.
Yeah. If you kidnap a female and you kidnap her and she could be young and you torture her for 30 years, she'll fall in love with you. Mm-hmm. She'll fall in love with you, man. After them 30 years, you can open the door and be like, you can go. Shit. 7 times out of 10, she gonna stay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because within all that, in that season, or that particular, we use that word rape, is season, right? And capture. Mm-hmm. When you look that word up, you show harshness to that female, which females really, they're programmed to be talked to rough, really. I don't know whether y'all like it or not, but that's what it is. Right. Then you show that kindness to her. You feed her, especially when you have her captured. You feed her, and then she begin to say, she's thinking in her head, he's compassionate, he has a heart, he don't want me to die. That's the same way it is in America, man. Yeah. They beat your ass down, and then they'll pass a law, and then you might get a little money or something. They might give you a job or
a little benefit.
Yeah, a little benefit. They might tell the police, look, man, pull them niggas over and scare them, but let them go. To make you think the system is, really, you know what I mean? That's how it is. That's the Stockholm Syndrome, man.
And that's all Jake knows, man. Jake is afraid of the unknown. Why do you not want to jump out of the so-called, or not even gonna put that, why don't you want to go to something that's next? It's unseen, it's unknown. Jake don't know how freedom is. Jake don't know how being in their own land will be. They don't know how owning their own property and not having somebody on your neck and working, that's unknown to Jake. So only thing Jake is known is the captor. Only thing he's known is slavery, being his back whooped, being called racial terminologies. In the kingdom, we're going to be set up to a high degree. Even if the nations talk shit, they're just going to know that they're talking shit because it's going to be out of envy and jealous, man. Jake has nothing to envy over Esau besides the power that he has right now. That's it. When you break Esau down to a person and a so-called, he's nothing. He can't dance, he can't jump, he can't run, who you envy as over somebody that's retarded pretty much.
Right.
He can't do nothing, man. But Jake is just scared of the unknown, man. So that's why the Lord said that, and that goes into faith. Because faith is to believe upon things not seen. So the elect is going to trust in that unknown, that we don't care what it is, it's better than what we at right now, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
Come on.
It says, but a gift destroyeth the heart. Now, these material possessions that Jake had were gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So Esau gave them gifts, and now they think everything is cool.
Yeah, a license.
Right. But
job.
Right, but they don't realize that you are asking your master, your slave master, for the permission to drive a car that you bought.
Mm-hmm.
So that proves that we're not free, man.
Come.
Don't you get that? We're not free.
That's why Yahushua said there's healing in his wings, man.
Right.
We're broken. Having the mentality we have right now are broken. Even the people, even the brothers in the truth, we're not totally whole, man. That's why the Lord got to fix us. It says, "I've not come for the whole, but for the sick." So if we're under and we're trusting under Yahushua, we're falling under that banner. We are sick. We are admitting to the Lord that we are sick. Something is wrong with us,
right.
And we need Him to fix it, man. Why you think all brothers are saying, "Man, we got to change these bodies. We got to change." We're sick, man. These other niggas, they walking around with a fucking what is it? A weaponized disease, coughing their fucking lungs up and talking about, "I'm all right." No, you're not all right, my man.
Right.
We ain't all right. You got that Hebrews, bro?
Yeah, you go back.
It says, verse 7, by faith Noah, being warned of Yahweh, of things not seen as yet.
Things not seen as yet. What's that? What was that?
The flood.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's gonna rain and it's gonna keep raining. And that day it didn't never rain. So he's like, what? But yeah,
crazy.
that faith. But they was looking at Noah like, nigga, what you doing?
Right.
I'm building an ark because it's gonna rain one day. It's gonna flood. They was probably laughing at him. But the Lord had a spirit on him to believe. You know, hey man, that's why I said this is a gift, man. It's a gift. Because if you ain't got that gift, then hey, you're gonna be ass out. Because just think about it. When you go back in Genesis the 6th chapter, starting around the 14th verse, when you read right there, it was so much damn violence going on in the earth, man. The Lord had to say, like, look, I gotta give. It was violence going on with no order. It was so the Lord had to give somebody that gift of faith.
Right.
He could have just easily destroyed everybody. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
It says, now you can only imagine that they was calling Noah crazy.
Yeah. Call him all kind of names.
Right. Now they call us crazy for believing in something that we haven't seen with our physical eyes, man. But we are seeing it with our spiritual eyes, man.
We're technically building.
Yep.
When brothers be out there, what does the so-called unconscious community say? Yeah, brother, let's build with each other. Brother, let's build.
Yeah.
Let's build. So that's, even though these dudes are off, they're bugged out, that's just saying, but what are they building with? With knowledge.
Right.
So it's actually saying it's a symbolic ark that we're building. Every time you go out there, the brothers on every four corners of the earth, wherever camp you at, every time you go out there, that's work on that ark. That's work on that boat, man. Even no one listens to you, that's still work on, because no one listened to Noah.
Right.
But Noah, there was days where Noah went out there and was building by himself. Nobody was out there messing with him besides his family. And then what happened? That boat was still getting built because we're literally building a ark that's within us, man.
Right.
You know, them days you out there into the wind, you're building something that's gonna preserve you in that time of what? Of hardship, of Jacob's trouble, man. You know?
Well, it says wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of thy time. So,
in the beautiful part, like the brother, that was a beautiful analogy. We're building our own ark. But the thing is, in this time, we got other brothers that's building their own ark with us. Noah was just by himself.
Right.
Like,
God.
You know what I mean? He was just by himself, man. So, hey, man.
That's crazy, bro.
God, it says, by faith, Noah being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world.
He condemned the world, so Noah was prophesying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was prophesying like we are now today. He was prophesying. You know, go ahead.
It says, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
So we becoming heirs.
Right.
And you know the scripture comes to my mind, it says, though he be heir over all,
Yep.
he must be under tutors until the time appointed.
Yep.
Hey, man, hey.
Now it says, moved with fear. So we fear the destruction and the torment that's coming to America, man. We fear it. So guess what, man? We are moving with fear, man. All right, we are moving with fear and building that ark, man. That's what we are doing.
I got you. This is 2 Corinthians 4:13. We have the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe and therefore have I spoken. And it says, we have the same spirit of faith according as it is written, I believe and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak.
See?
Knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushua Mashiach shall raise up us also by Yahushua and shall present us with you.
Come. That's it's Romans 3:22. Even the righteousness of the Most High, which is by the faith of Yahushua Mashiach, unto all and upon all them that believe. So,
right.
Hey, you gotta believe, man.
It says faith coming by hearing. And you know, so all of us out there doing it, it's bricks, it's mortar, it's gopher wood. And it's funny because that was a certain type of wood, a specific type of wood. Just like we're doing it's a specific type of program. You got to use no, it wasn't like, well, I guess I can use this type of wood on this type of ark. Yeah. The Lord said, no. All of it,
right.
Gopher wood.
Yep. God, it says, by faith Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should receive after for an inheritance,
because he left his homeland.
Yep.
He told him to go to a land. He's like, he don't even know what's there. By faith, he just went to that land. He left Ur of the Chaldeans. And matter of fact, this is right here in Genesis, where it says, and the Lord Yahweh has said unto Abram meaning exalted father, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred, and go from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee.
So the Lord snatched Abraham away from his family. That's the same thing with the brothers that's in the truth.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
The Lord literally has snatched us away from you might be around your peoples, you might see your peoples, but technically you are not with them. You get what I'm saying? You're not the same baby boy that's in church. He's at the pew. He's helping the pastor pass out the plate. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the worst jobs I ever could do. Was pass out that fucking collection plate, man.
That was wicked.
That was wicked as fuck. And I felt it, bro. And now I know why. I never even thought of it. Was a wicked time in life. But even if you be around your peoples and family, you're not technically with them, man.
Right.
You spiritually have been taken from them.
And sent away. Because Abraham was taken and sent away
to a land that he shall receive afterwards, which is the kingdom, which is the land of Israel.
Yeah.
And you know why he took him, right?
Go ahead.
You say he took him from his father's house, same way he took us. Because you gotta remember, Terror was into idolatry.
Witchcraft. Which your parents are into idolatry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's heavy.
Oh man, yeah.
Terror was into that.
Wow, God, it says
I ain't never looked at it like that.
Yeah, when you look into it, his dad was into that.
It was idolatry. He was in the church. Yeah. He was in the church pretty much,
right?
Yeah. Same with our parents, bro.
It says, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which has foundations, whose builder and maker is Yahweh. Right, man? Now that city is Jerusalem, being made new, man. All right, and it says that the kingdom is already prepared for you, man. All right, so the kingdom is already built. We just have to keep fighting the good fight of faith, man. To hopefully be a part of the 1 to be a part of the 144, man, to make it into the kingdom, man. Now, all of Israel will eventually be saved, and all of Israel will be eventually in the kingdom, all right? But only the elect will make it on the first go round, man. The rest of Israel has to die.
Yeah.
And it says, well, read that last part again where it says built with
Come.
where it says built in hands.
All right, come. Hebrews 11:10. For he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is Yahweh.
See, just like now, this building that we building is not a building of old brick mortar.
Right.
It's a building that's us. And who's building it? It's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man.
Yeah.
We don't have a building that we can go. We don't have a temple.
Right.
We don't, like in the ancient world, we'd have to go make offerings to the temple. It says what? Romans 12:1. Make thy body a living sacrifice. So we offering daily in what temple? What offering? Where are we offering this at?
Right.
It's a spiritual temple,
Yep.
which is not made with hands. It's made by the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. And it says in Revelation, there shall be no temple.
Right.
So it's being built now, just like it says the kingdom of heaven is within you. That's why these precepts are linking, man.
Right.
We're being built. That's why brothers is being built within, and I said it the other day, a government body, man. Brothers is you're having integrity because you're being made a king in front of your own eyes. You don't even realize it, man.
Right. Now those Jewish rats, they are building the temple, right? But they don't even believe in the New Testament.
Yeah.
Because it says that there won't be no temple in the kingdom, man.
And even in the ancient days, like you talking about the temple, like when you look at like Noah, when he came off the ark, when the waters receded, first thing he did was he built an altar, named and for sacrifice, and gave the name Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Same thing with Abraham, because he just read it. He journeyed to that land. When you read in the 13th chapter, it tells you they built the altar, man. Like the brother said, we building a spiritual altar now. You know, our bodies is that living sacrifice.
Yeah.
Romans, is it Romans 12?
12:1.
Yeah, our bodies is that living sacrifice now.
And it also says we're lively stones. What did they used to build altars?
Yeah,
stones, unhewn. No cut.
No building, no hue.
Yeah.
Man, that's what he told Noah, man. Man, I was just reading that the other day. Let me read that when he told Noah that, what you just said.
Yeah, unhewn.
Yeah, the 9th chapter, when they came off the ship, that was the 9th chapter.
And I had the one in Genesis 13.
Exodus 34:4. No,
When he come off the ship.
No. Sloppy. Come on, Bill.
And there's always something else.
This one when he come off the ship, we establish a covenant. I was just reading it. Oh, okay. Here it is. This is the 8th chapter. It says, and Noah went forth, and his sons and his wife, and his son's wife with him, every beast, every creeping thing, every fowl, whosoever creepeth on the earth, after his kind, and they went forth out of the ark. And Noah built an altar unto the Lord Yahweh, and took every clean beast and every clean fowl, and offered a burnt offering. I'm trying to figure this. It said about huge stones. Huge stones. Huge.
What is it? Exodus 20 and 25. No, that's what Moses.
Man. Huge. H-E-W-N.
Yeah, I got it. This is the one for with Moses. This is it's Exodus 20 and 25, but I need to looking for it.
You make me. I mean, that's good. That's Exodus 20:25.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Okay, this is Exodus 20 and 25, and it says, or let me start at 24, and it says, an altar of the earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings and thy peace offerings, thy sheep and thy oxen, in all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee and will bless thee. So the Lord's name is important.
Yeah.
And it says, and if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone.
God.
For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it.
It's heavy, man.
Uncut, man.
Yeah.
So we're the hewn stones, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that tools can go into the ways of the world, man. Because what happens when you go into the ways of the world and these philosophies, you chip away at yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You chip away at your spiritual body, your spiritual self, man.
Right.
When you go into Christianity, you lose part of yourself. You go into Buddhism, you lose part of yourself.
Yeah.
It's chipping away yourself. That's also untouched. A virgin stone, an untouched stone.
Right.
That's the same thing with us, man. We ain't being hewn by the world, you know?
Now Revelation says, and these are virgins that have not been defiled with women.
No tool has come upon them.
Right, and those women are these other philosophies, man.
Man, bro.
Such as Kemet, Islam, Christianity, all of that, man. All right? The elect are virgins, man. They are virgins. All right, man? They are virgins that have not been defiled with women. All right? That's not talking about actual women, man. Because in the law, because in the scriptures it says, be fruitful and multiply.
This is Revelation 14:4. These are they which were not defiled with women.
Untouched. They were untouched.
Yeah.
So we're them altars, man. It ties in right with the altars, man. We're the untouched stones that are being built, man. Something in us has not been touched. These other guys that you fall off, man, you've been hewn, man.
Mm-hmm.
You let the world chip away at you, and then you lost a part of the truth. It don't matter if you lost a small piece of it. That's still not what you had, because you're taking your hand off the plow.
Right.
Once you take your hand off the plow, what you've learned and how you've learned it, you've lost, man.
It says, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. Why do they follow the Lamb? Because the Lamb got the truth, man. The Yahweh Shai, man. He goeth. These were redeemed from among men, man. We were
means to
redeemed,
buy back,
man. Yeah, from among men. It says, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, man. This is the elect. These are ones that were chosen from the foundation of the world, man. You know, predestinated beforehand, before the earth was even, the foundations were even shook up and put together, man.
They were there.
The Lord said, I want this spirit, this is yours, and that's how it is. And those ones are going to be given that faith to believe and follow that Lamb. You know? So this is a beautiful theme for us to be able to sit here and read these scriptures and understand and how men teach us. That's a beautiful thing within itself, man, because this is so precious that everybody can't have it, man. This is what everybody wants, because Jake always want to be known as, I know something. Jake want to always have, be that great thinker, that great debater. He want to be that man of knowing all knowledge. But
knowing what's next.
Yeah. So, but this is precious, man. That's why we supposed to grab it and grab it like it's a breast. This is like a titty, man. It's like,
well,
what Solomon say?
Come and suck the breast of my mother.
Yeah.
So,
and it also says in Matthew, it says that this is likened unto a man that had found a pearl, which selleth all, man.
Yeah.
You sell all. What that he said, to gap that field where that pearl is at. He found that one thing we were looking for in life, man. And you give up all your possessions, which is your world. You might have been a basketball star. You could have been a hip hop star. You could have been a ladies' man. You could have been a NASCAR race. You know what I'm saying? Not NASCAR, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just going through whatever what ifs you could have been in life. Yeah. But you gave up all of that and you said, you know something? There's something's to this.
Right.
When you came in this truth, you was like, man, something's to this.
Yeah. And
you gave up life, man.
Yep.
And you said, look, this is what this is the pearl I've been looking for. Mm-hmm. You know, and the value of that pearl is getting, what do they say? The value of something is getting ready to be, it's getting ready to be assessed, man. Right. We don't know the value of it, but you know you got it. It's like you find a treasure out there, and you don't know the price of it. You bring it to the retail guy or the person that analyzes it, and they're like, "Damn, man, you got a priceless artifact."
Right. So this is that priceless artifact.
Right.
Now I know brothers had dreams of being this, being that, being a basketball player, of a football player, a rapper, a producer, but when they came into this truth, man, they put that off to the side. Why? Because this is more precious, man. This is more profitable. This is more important than your worldly dreams, man.
Like, okay, Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It have already been of old times, which was before us. See, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of the things that are to come, which those that shall come after. And I read that because the brother made a statement. He said, we gave up everything. Now, we gave up everything. We gave up a lot to be in this truth now. Is this some new thing? No, because Noah gave up everything. Abraham gave up everything. We just said it.
Yeah.
He gave up, he left his family.
Yeah. He left everything, bro.
They gave up everything. So it's nothing new for you see a brother in today's like 2018 to give up everything to come from the truth. It said that the thing is the spirit. So he's already given up everything, every level, every time he's been on this through this different carnations. He's already given those things up. But then when he go and leave the planet, every time he comes back in this reincarnation, he's giving up the things for the truth, man.
Oh, got it. Got it. This is Matthew 19:27. It says, Peter answered him, we left everything to follow you.
God.
What then will, it says, what then will there be for us? I gotta get in the sword. All right. This is Matthew 19:27. It says, then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What then? It say, what shall we have therefore?
And Peter was speaking about all. Peter was the head. So Peter was speaking for the group. He said, look, we've all given up. We've given up everything, man. Fit a boat. Some of the men were fishers, which was a lucrative business at that time. That wasn't a cheap. You even had Matthew, which was a bill collector. So you know he had a nice little salary under his belt. All these men was giving up things to. That's why when Yahushua came back, he said, now you restore the kingdom of heaven. Because they were like, you know, that mindset. But now they come back in the reincarnation to receive that promise, man. They've given up a lot. This truth, you got to give up, man. You got to give up to earn something that's better. Just like you got to buy, you got to sell that all your possessions to get that land for that pearl, man.
They gave up wives, children.
Exactly, bro.
I got one too.
Like the rich guy, Yahushua said, sell all that you have.
And he couldn't do it.
No.
So he would be considered what? A 2/3 in this life. They can't give up everything for the Lord, man.
Right. And he's basically effeminate. without faith, man.
Yeah.
This is Philippians 3:8. Yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the ecstasy of the knowledge of Yahushua Mashiach.
All right, you gotta run
My
that
Lord.
back.
For I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahushua Mashiach.
So now, what's dung? Dung is shit, man.
Yeah.
So everything.
His life is shit.
We have lost our lives, our jobs, and all this, man. That's all shit compared to what we are going to receive, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and because Yahweh answered Peter and said, it says, and Yahweh said unto them, verily I say unto you, truly I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, man. So the disciples, the apostles, they are going to do what, man? Sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, man. And those men are back here today, man, waiting for that reward, man.
It's a heavy.
Yeah.
That's a heavy thing. With the Lord put that give you that put that spirit on you to believe to the point where you'll give up everything, man. Read Matthew 4:20.
Okay, come.
I got a quick precept about it. This is Luke. This is just a quick one. This is Luke 14:26. It says, if a man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sister, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
And that hate don't mean like hate your family, like motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's like you hate that lifestyle they live, them being 2/3 or into all those idolatry. You hate that mindset they're in. You know what I'm saying? You have to basically get away from it. Because our parents are our parents, so even though they 2/3, realistically we still deal with them.
You gotta use wisdom.
So you have to use wisdom on that. Yeah, you get Matthew 4:20 or either 99. One, because there's plenty of examples of where people gave it up. That's why you should read the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
This is the we were saying before, when you read these scriptures, man, precept on precept, this is like man, it's like building, it's like building blocks, because these are examples, man. That's what we at now, man. We go out there on the highways and byways, when we out there standing up through the spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we are, what it says, 2 Corinthians 5:11, man. Get that before we go to that.
This is 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 11, and it says, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord.
We know the terror of the Lord. The scriptures speak of thermonuclear destruction. It speaks of famine. It speaks of pestilence. It speaks of race wars, man. It speaks of bad times coming, man. There ain't gonna be no turning back. It's not gonna be no bad time, and then we're gonna recover as a nation, and we're gonna one foot at one block at it. No, man. This shit is gonna be annihilated, man. And through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, teaching men that have taught us, we have learned there's gonna be a great destruction. So we know. Guess what we supposed to do? What did it say?
It says, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
We persuade men. Man, we persuade you. Read these scriptures, man. Save your soul, man. Because shit is gonna get fucked up. That's why you have plenty of examples in the scriptures of when the Lord said, hey, follow me. They dropped everything they did and they followed it, man. That's belief, man.
Yeah.
That's faith, man. Because they didn't know what was they didn't know what was gonna be 10 minutes down the road. That's faith.
Yeah. They didn't. And when Yahushua said you neither had cloak nor script, did you want for anything? Did you need anything? And they said, nah. They probably realized it like, damn, man. We didn't pack no lunches.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, John wasn't like, oh, hold on, let me get a knapsack.
Right.
You know, he said no. He said, you brother, he was right. He said they dropped everything.
The scripture tell you in the time of Jacob's trouble, if a man on a housetop don't go down and take nothing.
Nothing. Con.
So when the Lord was coming, that's basically like the same time, man. It was serious when he came to Peter and all them. Look, this is serious. Y'all don't know how serious it is, but they had faith and they dropped everything. They didn't go back, like you said, make a sandwich.
Yeah.
I need to get my good shoes. We better
Right.
How long we gonna be walking?
My good sandwich.
I gotta get my good sandwich.
Yeah.
But they just left. I mean, hey man, that's serious, man.
Wow.
That's the seriousness of what we in now. We go out there try to persuade these men, man. It's for you, hey man, right then. Turn from this darkness of this world, man. Turn from it, man. Come to the light, man. You know, because hey, it's like when you're out on the highways and byways, man, you do not know the power of the Lord. He can end everything after a session of being on the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
most brothers go out Friday, Saturday, few go out on Sunday. After that last camp do Sunday, it can end right then.
Yeah.
Right.
He can be like, you know what?
So
Hey, so that's how precious this truth is and how important it is, man. You know, that's why there's plenty of examples of they read that
Yeah.
one right there.
This is Matthew 4:20. It says, well, I'll start at 19. It says, and he saith unto them, follow me, and I will make thee fishers. Sorry, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left their tents and followed him.
See, they straight
Hold
way
on.
left, man.
So they basically said, screw
Hold
it.
on, hold on,
So
hold
they
on,
said,
hold
screw it.
Straightway,
Yeah.
straightway means it might mean immediately, I think.
okay.
Look at
That's
that.
Matthew's 4.
4:20.
Yeah.
Con.
Now I think that same account is in, I want to say Mark, the first chapter, 17, I believe. It's the same account, I believe. I think.
The word there for straightway is eutios. EUTHEOS. Eutios. Straightway. Immediately.
See?
Yep.
Good.
Forthwith.
It's the same account, kind of.
And then the root word is etuius. Straight, level, straightforward, upright, true, sincerely left it.
So they sincerely
left everything.
He said, hey, we don't follow you, man.
A straightway, immediately, forthwith. Forthwith. So I'm gonna look up this word forthwith real quick. That's crazy. So that's why it says you have to serve this thing sincerely. You can't leave it and be like, damn man, I shouldn't left my boat on that shore.
Right.
Shit. Man, I hope that's gonna be alright. Man, damn, my nets.
Yeah.
They sincerely was like, man, forget that boat.
Right.
Forget that boat. Wow. That's a hell of a. The word for forthwith is immediately, without delay.
Exactly.
Hey, man. Now,
So spiritually speaking, that was
Right.
the time of Jacob's trouble, right there. For real. You know what I mean? That was the time of Jacob's trouble.
Oh shit.
You know, it was down never, man.
Yeah, get out. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta do it now. Yeah.
So we in that time now, man. The time of Jacob's trouble, man.
yeah.
When you see them brothers on them highways and byways, man, look, you listen to what they tell you. Hey, they say, brothers, I heard a lot when I watch videos. Brothers will tell them, look, man, you the people of the Bible. Read Deuteronomy 28. It's
Right.
that's like read Deuteronomy 28. You know, I heard it all the time. Then, hey, man, sometimes, man, just sit back, man, and just like, damn, man, Jake and them just, it's a beautiful lesson, letting you know how the scriptures are for real, because the Lord did say 2/3 ain't gonna get
No.
it.
Right.
So,
They won't listen to me.
man, you have to just sit back and say, man, I'm glad I'm in the position I'm in now, and pray to the Lord to keep you in that position. Because this is something, man, like growing up, you could never get me to read no Bible. I'm like, man, look here. I was one of them same Jakes. And white man wrote that book. I was the same Jake.
Yeah.
But like, man, now it's just so beautiful, man. Sometimes you can read these scriptures, man, you start having to meditate And man, sometimes you might shed a tear reading these scriptures,
you get
man.
emotional.
I'm telling you, man, when you put yourself where they was at, hey, it's scriptures are heavy. They're real heavy, man.
And it's so crazy when you think about the time, because what if history repeats itself? Yahushua went to these men in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
He went to them in the flesh and told them, hey, look, hey, follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me. Now he's never stopped working. He's coming to now these men to elect in the spirit by way of the men that set up. That he's coming in the flesh, but it's the spirit that's speaking through men, which is flesh, and saying, look, hey, follow me.
Right.
Follow me. Drop everything. Some brothers that even Apostle Gabar makes a perfect point. He said, man, I came and I heard it on 34th and that was it.
Right.
That was it. He said he was a drummer. He was deep in the music.
Yeah.
He dropped it, man. He dropped it just like other brothers, man. When you heard this truth, something was in you and you felt the forthwith.
Yeah.
At once, you dropped it, man.
Right.
And it ain't saying, oh, man, you came in as a super duper Israelite.
No.
The men, they didn't come in as super
Right.
duper, because there were certain times where Yahushua said, man, you don't get it.
Right.
He had to tell them 2-3 times to
Yeah.
break down. You don't get it?
Right.
You know?
What about what about when he was when the waves was coming, he was asleep.
Oh yeah, little
yeah.
faith.
He got a little faith. Nah, son.
Right.
We know you have that power.
Man, he said,
Right.
man,
Yeah.
how long should I be with you? He said, how long shall I bear thee?
Right.
He was pretty much getting upset about it. That's all I got.
Now, when I first read 3 years ago, when I first read Deuteronomy 28 and 68, I had to read it 6 times. And the Spirit said, read it. Read it again. Read it again. And as soon as it clicked, I was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I said from that day forward, I'm never going back to church again, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going back, man.
You dropped everything.
Right. It made sense. This is what I was looking for the whole time.
You know, they're probably on the boat like, man,
Right.
they're fishing, getting nets. Some went clicking like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit wasn't adding up. Tossing the nets out, reeling the nets in. To that low and faithful day, Yahushua came, man.
Yep.
Man, he said, man, I'm sick of this. Anyway, I can see it, bro.
Yeah.
I can literally
Yeah.
picture it. What would make a man leave his wealth, leave a high-paying job, man? Jake won't leave that shit. Jake will strive his entire life to get that good position, man.
Yep.
That's a trade. Being a fisherman was a trade. You inherited that.
Yep.
Their fathers could have been fishermen.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been a family business
Right.
that was handed to them and passed down to them. They said, man, nah, look. Just
Yeah.
like Yahushua, carpentry, man.
Uh-huh.
Carpentry was a well-to-do trade, man.
It was, yeah. Yep.
Just like with what? Moses. That spirit has been echoing through the elect men throughout this Bible, man.
Right. Because Moses, he refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Let me say, man, Moses said, hey, man, I can't be doing this, man. All right, man, those are my people, man. So I'm going to go down and suffer with my people, man, like I'm supposed to.
He gave up a fortune.
Right.
At that time, Moses gave up a fortune. Egypt was the highest position a place could be in rulership.
Right. Read Hebrews 11 and I think it's like 26, if I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha, y'all.
But I'm gonna read this real quick. Mark 1 and 18 to 19. It says, it says, come ye after me, and I will make thee, and I will make you to become fishers of men. And straightway they forsook their nets and followed him. And when he had gone a little farther, thence he saw James, the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, who also were in the ship, mending their nets. And straightway he called them, and they left their father Zebedee in the ship.
Can you imagine what their dad was doing? Hold on, boy.
With the hired servants.
you don't hate your mother and father.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Wow,
Yeah.
bro. That's a precept.
Yeah.
Nah, Pops. Pops, I gotta go, man.
Yeah.
I gotta go, man. Probably jumped in the water and stuff.
Like, boy, where you going? Albert, I gotta go, man.
I gotta go.
God.
Wow, I can see it. It says, let me get that straight. Left their nets. Okay, no, that's it.
Immediately. I got one. Romans 8 and 18. It says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us," man. So what we going through now, right? It says it's not worthy. When you look up worthy, it's befitting, congruous, corresponding thing. Having the weight of another thing like its value. Mm-hmm. So the suffering we going through now, it says it's not compared with the glory which is going to be revealed to us. You know what I mean? And that the anticipation of this great moment that's coming. Mm-hmm. You know, the Lord coming to save the elect out of this destruction, man. You know, it's not to be compared with that, because that's going to be a glorious time. I think it's another one. Is it Corinthians 4? 2 Corinthians 4? 2 Corinthians 4? Try 16 or 17.
2 Corinthians 4:16.
Yeah, 16 or 17.
This is 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 16. We go on to 17. For our light affliction.
Yeah.
Con. 16. It's on 17.
Okay.
Perfect. This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 17. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory."
See?
Now, we won't be suffering forever, man. All right? This is our last captivity, man. We won't any longer go into captivity, man. This is our last time of suffering, man.
I get this one.
All right, man. Everything that we are going through, hey, man, it's a light affliction, man. It's nothing compared to what's coming.
Yeah. What's fishing boats? What's a job compared unto a planet? Esau looks and yearns and wishes that he can go to those places. You know? Okay, con. And then Esau yearns for that. Why do you think he's going to try to kill us?
Right.
Because he realizes the blessing. He's went through the scriptures and he's put his scientific mind and said, many mansions. That ain't talking about earth.
Right.
They ain't talking about a mansion on the earth.
Right.
Hold on, he went up to the heavens. And my father's house is many. So these Negroes are going to inherit planets?
Oh, hell
no. We got to get up out there. We got to make space suits. Man, no, man, we're getting ready to be immortalized, man. Eternal, it says an eternal glory, a weight, man.
Right.
Weight is a form of measure.
Right. Now, when Esau sold his birthright, he didn't know what that birthright consisted of. Now he see it through the scriptures, like, oh shit.
His father told him. He said, I've made you servant unto your brother. I've given him corn and wine. He broke it down to him.
Yep.
That's when he actually broke it down. And Esau was like, hold up, what?
He cried, man.
I gotta serve him? He's gonna have what? The kingdom? Man, he cried, man. He got emotional because Esau's a carnal man. Yep. What was not seen was made seen unto him.
Now all Esau had to do was fast, man. And that's it. But no. But Esau don't have faith though. So
hey, I'm gonna get this for you, bro, and then because this is a banger right here. This is Hebrews 11 and verse 26, and it says, "Esteeming the reproach of Mashiach greater than riches, than the treasures in Egypt." And that Mashiach, that's the Messiah.
Yeah.
So how Moses esteemed the Messiah wasn't on the scene yet, I thought.
Right.
The Messiah was mentioned right there in Egypt.
But he had faith though.
Exactly. And it says, esteeming the reproach of the Mashiach, not the Most High, the Mashiach,
Yeah, right.
Greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
For he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing he who is invisible.
Now,